So straight up, you know, like people talk about going to high school, having fun in high school, and you have to go to high school, you have to go through all the grades, and the reason is, why do you have to do this? Because you got to go to college, because you got to go to university. Well, why do I have to go to university and college? Because you need a job. Why do I need a job? You need to make money. And this is what I heard every single day from my parents, from the teachers, and society. Amir, you have to go to high school. Amir, you have to go to college. Why? So you got to make money. That's why I never fit in high school, right? I got kicked out of 2 high schools. First high school for stealing computers, fighting, skipping. I never went to school. It was a joke for me. I remember sitting down in class in geography, learning about some country I never heard of, and wondering, why in the world am I here? What does this small, tiny, this country have to do with my life and what I want to live and what I want to do? It never made sense to me. That's why I never went to high school. That's why I kind of was one of those outlier kids. I never fit in. Everybody's following a paradigm. Everybody's saying, yes, yes, I'm going to do this. I never fit in. So I got kicked out of 1 high school. I went to a 2nd high school thinking I'm going to continue on. And everyone's saying, Amir, you have to go do this. You have to graduate high school. I go to the 2nd high school. I get in trouble. I get in fights. I start skipping, hanging around with my friends at the time, people who I clicked with. And guess what? Again, I got kicked out of high school. And this was like only in grade 10, right? So in grade 10, I think I was like 15, 16 years old, I left high school. Why? Well, I had more fun doing what I was doing before. High school was never fun for me. I'm sitting in class over here, listening to teachers that have no passion, teachers that aren't telling me stuff that I want to hear, and I'm learning stuff I don't want to learn. Well, they're telling you, Amir, shut up. Your ideas, your creativity, your passion, desire means nothing. What you have to do is sit down in class, shut up, and listen to us. Well, I didn't agree that way. And that's why I did different things. And that's why I got in trouble. And that's why I kind of rebelled, like a rebellion. And I stepped out of high school. I dropped out of high school. In fact, like I said, I got kicked out of 2 high schools. So, you know, my story continues from on there. Like, if you're listening to this video or you're watching this video, high school may not be for you. It may be for you. You have your own choices. You're your own boss. You have your own destiny. You can go to high school. You can benefit from it. At the same time, you cannot benefit from it. There are people in this world who are meant to do different things. Some are meant to be educators. Some are meant to be very intelligent. Some are meant to go through the educational system and benefit other people. Some aren't, you know. Maybe you're creative. Maybe you have gifts. Maybe you're athletic. And maybe high school's not for you. You don't need to be sitting in class and learning about geography and mathematics when you're gifted and you can do wonderful things with your body. Maybe you can go to gymnastics and sports and become a professional athlete, right? So don't let people brainwash you and just tell you you have to go to high school because it's the right thing to do. It's because they tell you to do it because you have to make money. Money doesn't dictate you. Your passions internally dictate you and control you on where you have to go. So there you go, you know, pretty much I leave high school, I'm in grade 10, grade 11, and what am I supposed to do? Well, at the time, you know, certain friends are in my life and, you know, we like to do fun things. So what did I get into? Well, you know, criminal stuff, selling some drugs here, fighting people, you know, around here. I was a big shot. You know, you go to parties, go to clubs, and people are looking at you, what you do? Well, you get in a fight right away because you're the cool guy. You smash them, you beat them up because you are the cool guy. You know, you start doing drugs every single weekend, drinking every weekend. Monday comes, you can't even remember what happened during Saturday, during Sunday, all right? And this continues on year after year. Why? Because it was fun, because it was a cool thing to do, because you're making money. Here you are, 16, 17 years old, making a couple $100 every single day. And remember what they told you at the beginning. High school is about going to college, and college is about getting a job and making money. Well, I bypass all that. I'm 16, 17, doing criminal activity, selling drugs, hanging around with the wrong people, loving fighting, fighting everywhere, destroying my body with drugs, with alcohol, and making a lot of money at the same time. But you know what? Stuff happens. And you know, time goes by on and on and on, and stuff gets worse and worse and worse. You think it's fun. It may be fun for a little bit, but it's downhill from there. I mean, really, really downhill. I came to a point that, you know, I came depressed. Every weekend I didn't know what to do. You go out with your friends, you party, you get drunk, you get fucked up. And Monday comes and I'm thinking, you know, what's the point of all this? And, you know, finally, you know, karma caught up to me. And I can remember it specifically. I was at the bar, something happened with some friends, and I went outside and, you know, I see this person, you know, fighting my friend, and I was drunk at the time, and I just went in there and I fought this guy, and I did what I usually do. You know, I did the Amir thing. Next thing you know it, I'm arrested. Now, this isn't the first time I got arrested. I got arrested many other times before, and I dealt with the law many other times before, but this is the first, you know, serious situation that happened. You know, fast forward, going through court cases, Supreme Court of Canada, and next thing you know it, I'm serving 6 months in jail. And, you know, here I am in jail, looking around people, and just picture this, you know, you're in this concrete cage with animals around you. You hardly see sunlight. The food is horrible. You don't even want to know what they're serving you. And you're looking around, and I'm pointing my finger, and I remember this, you know, specifically. I'm pointing my finger and I'm saying, you know, why am I in here with these losers? You know, why am I in here? I'm Amir, you know, I don't belong with these losers, you know. And then the light bulb came. This, you know, like epiphany I had. I realized I was one of these losers. It dawned on me right there and then. You know, I spent my whole life, you know, being a little bit different and stepping outside the law and doing different things and not obeying the law. And it came back to me, and I'm sitting over here staring at everybody, and I'm in this just jumper and people screaming around me, and I'm seeing the miserable faces, and I'm looking deep inside of me, and I realize I'm one of these losers. And that's where kind of my life transformed, and my life took a different direction. Because at the end of the day, you know, the decisions we make is just from us. No one controls us. The only person that controls you is you. You know, something positive happens in your life is because of you. Something negative happens in your life is because of you. So at that moment in my life, and I'm sitting in jail, and there's so many miserable people around me, and then I figured out, after pointing my finger at everybody, I should have been pointing the finger at me. So fast forward, I'm out of jail, and I decided to take my life in my own hands and control my own destiny, my own outcome. And I was very blessed at that time. Right before I went to jail, I met my girlfriend. She stood by me, everything I went through, and she just met me. So she's the love of my life. And then I read a lot of books in jail, and a lot of thinking. I had a lot of time to think. And one of the things that struck me was, you know, why did I behave like this? Why was I an outlier? Why did I rebel? Why did I do drugs? Why did I, you know, do crime? Why did I love fighting? And it kind of like, you know, hit me right in the head that, you know, nutrition has a big role in this, a huge role, because nutrition controls how you think. So I started eating healthy when I got out of jail, and my life transformed. I mean, really, really transformed. My thinking, my energy, my motivation, it improved 100-fold through nutrition. I literally took my life from, you know, going to jail, drinking, doing drugs, to winning the 2012 Canadian Kettlebell Biathlon champion, to having a body that I loved, having a mind that I loved, becoming a writer for the Huffington Post, becoming an author, doing the things I love to do. Nutrition gave me that. It gave me my life back. The reason that I'm standing here telling you this today is because I adopted eating a real natural diet. Now this goes beyond diet. You know, there's many other reasons why I'm here today. You know, another thing struck me when I was in jail, and that is, you are the product of your environment. So when I look back and I was thinking, like, who were my friends and who were the people I hang around with? You know, thinking back in high school, And thinking back even a couple of years ago, like, you know, who were my friends? And I realized a lot of them were negative towards me. They were like me. You know, you gravitate to people who are like you. So that's one of the next greatest things I did. I completely dropped most of my friends, and I'm still friends with some of them today, and they've transformed their lives as well. But I'm telling you this, guys, you know, if you continue hanging around with the same people, they're going to drag you down. They don't want you to succeed. They want you to fail. So my greatest advice I can give is ditch them, because they're going to bring you down. They're going to starve you, and they're going to kill you. By combining these two things, surrounding myself with positive people, outgoing people, also at the same time eating healthy foods, thinking healthy, I literally took my life and I made it what I want. You can become anything you want. Anything. Anyone tells you out there that you can't do it, don't listen to them. Sky is the limit. Anything is possible. Here I am standing, talking to you today. I pissed away literally 20, 24, 25 years of my life doing nothing, going through this life doing nothing, listening to people and thinking life is just going to go how it's supposed to go. But that's not the fact. You know, when you put your mind to it and you don't listen to people who are trying to bring you down, and when you surround yourself with positive people, and when you eat a healthy, clean diet, these are the building blocks for you to grow and blossom and become everything you need to become. Time is precious, my friends. Utilize it wisely. It's time to change the world. It's time that all of us become the optimal warrior that you are. Unleash that warrior within you by combining healthy foods, by surrounding yourself with amazing people. You truly can become anything you want, and together we can change the world. Have an amazing day. Thank you.